Anger. One of the most powerful emotions that a human being has is anger. Today I wanted to talk about anger because, I don't know, this morning while I was sipping some coffee, it just popped into my head. So I'm going to talk about anger today. Anger can be very dangerous to oneself, meaning that it can, anger can cause a lot of issues for a person, for themselves. Because when people get angry, if they get too angry, sometimes they can get to like a state of mind where they just lose control, or maybe even like close to insanity level. Have you ever seen a person, or maybe you yourself, have you ever been in a situation where you became just so angry that you did something so crazy, or maybe you hurt somebody or did whatever because you were just like so angry, and then like when you came to, or when you calmed down, when everything's over, when you started feeling better, you look back to your own actions, and then you said to yourself, did I do that? Or did I really do that? Or maybe it's just like you may not even remember what you did because you were in a rage. And one of the biggest consequences behind acting while you're angry is regret. And regret is one of the most, troublesome, horrible feelings that a person can have. It's like, the feeling of regret is like, it's like when your past is just, you want to get it away from it, but it's just like biting you. It's crawling behind you. You can't see where it's coming from, it's just biting you. You're reminded of all the bad things that you've done or happened to you. That's like that's just my definition. To me, that's like what the feeling of regret is. But anyway, this is gonna be about anger. Me, myself, I can't say I really have an anger problem that much now. I mean, I'm gonna say I have a short temper. I've always had a short temper. It's kind of like something that runs in my family. Most of us, we get angry. But I remember the days when I was a kid, and even my adult years. I mean, I think the last time, one of the craziest times, my listening was the craziest. It's actually something that I've never spoken to anyone about before. I'm not gonna say it right now, but I remember the last time I did something really crazy out of anger, and that time I really went into like a rage and kind of lost it. And that's why I was thinking, at that time I was afraid, because I was like, I haven't became this angry since I was a child, and I was a really angry child. I would throw tantrums, I would throw fits, I cried a lot, I was angry a lot. Sometimes I would get angry and then go into tears or whatever, because out of anger. But anyway, the point of this speech is calming yourself. You have to find ways to calm yourself down, so therefore you will not do regretful actions while in the state of anger or rage. There is a such thing as the quiet anger, and I think it's a good thing if you can get to the level or get better with your anger, where you get to the point where you can be like, have the quiet anger. You're not saying, what I mean by that is, if you have the quiet anger, you're not raging, you're not saying anything, but you're not shouting at somebody. And don't get me wrong, there are times when people have done wrong, or some wrong has been done to you, and you may need to stand up for yourself and admonish someone. But even in those times, you can still do it in the best manner. Because if you go around shouting and like screaming and yelling at somebody, you create like an uproar in public. Then next thing you know, everybody's looking at you, and then they're wondering, oh, what happened? What's wrong with this person? why are they shouting? And now the fingers will be start being pointed at you when you're not really the one wrong. You kind of just did something to scare everyone who's around you. So this may not work for everyone, but I'm gonna make some tips on how I calm myself down in a state of anger. Well, first of all, what I do is if I'm feeling, no, sorry, that's for another topic, that's for sadness or depression. But for anger, I hide. I hide. This may sound strange to some people, I don't know. But anyway, I'm just going to tell you how I do it, because this is how I deal with my anger, just when I'm angry. So the first thought that comes to my head when I'm angry is, especially when I'm really angry, if you feel, this is like when I'm in a mood where I feel like I'm going to get physical, or there's going to be a fight. Like, if I'm arguing with somebody, for example, and I don't even like to argue, I'm not an argumentative person, I'm not argumentative at all, I don't like to argue at all. I have my actually 15-minute rule for arguing. But anyway, sorry, I'm off topic. So basically what I do is I hide. I get as far away from anyone or everyone that I can. Because I'm not looking for a fight, and I'm not looking to go off on somebody and just lose my anger like that and just saying angry. Because I know from my past that I've done a lot of regretful things when I was angry, whether it was just typing somebody, sending a message to somebody, or acting or doing something. I've done a lot of regretful things that I wish I did not do, and to everyone out there who I've wronged, who I've done something to, I'm sorry. I wish for you to forgive me, and I'm sorry. Anyways, so I hide, and just go somewhere like, I don't know, where there's something nice. Look at the sky. If you like scenery, I like scenery. If you live in an area or a place where there's like maybe some bushes, water, some grass, trees, scenery, nature, basically. There's a lot of nature there. You can go there and just try to calm yourself down, because you really don't want to do something that you will regret only out of anger when it should have been resolved another way. I mean, like, people may even go to jail over anger issues and things like that, but they can be fixed. So that's so anyway, anger. The topic was anger, and now we're talking about how to calm yourself down. So if you feel like you're gonna fight with somebody or hurt somebody, you need to hide. That's just my trick. If you have any other opinions on how you deal with anger, then definitely feel free to comment. If you, I will also accept any constructive criticism or advice that you may have. Feel free to speak about that. That's fine. So anyway, that's just today's advice about anger. If you feel like you're gonna hurt anybody or do anything crazy when you're raging, then just get as far away from people as you can, and try to keep calm, cool, and have a great, awesome, wonderful, peaceful day full of tranquility, calmness, and peace. Thank you very much.